Hello traders, in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up the templates, what we've changed in the way the templating actually works, the hierarchy of everything, and how you can get started trading from being very basic to being extremely advanced. Let's get to it. So first of all, everyone's going to start off with the default template. When you apply copy templates, the copy templates will be applied to all instruments. So if you just apply a copy template that you want to trade, it's going to be applied to all instruments and it's going to be traded exactly the same on all instruments. We've created this default one so that it's a straight one-to-one copy. So for people that just want to use the basic functionality of the copy, are essentially a plug-in and play where they set the leader account, they set the follower accounts. This will automatically start copying a one-to-one on any instrument that they trade. Very specific. Now let's create our first template. So we're going to hit the plus button and we're going to hit the copy method template. So we have a new template. Let's change the name to test copy. We've changed the name to test copy and we can give it a description. This is our very first testing template. There we go. The descriptions, if you hover over the field name, you'll be able to see the description of the template. So for a quick glance, you want to see what each template does. You can have a description up to 2,500 characters. You can hit enter in here and should be good. So the settings are still exactly the same. So you can do a percentage. We can round it up to 200%, or you can round it down to like 50% or whatever you want. You can round up or down the value. So for example, if you're at 50% and you're trading 3 contracts on your leader, if you want to round down or you round up, and you can set the number of decimal places that you want a rounding to work at. So for example, if you round up, it's going to be rounding up to 2 contracts from 3 on the leader. And if you round down, it's going to be rounding down to 1 contract on the leader. Let's just set this back to, well, we can keep it at 200%, for example. So what we want to do is inside of these advanced options, you can either map it to the inverse instrument. So for example, if you're always trading ES, NASDAQ, YM, you can map it directly to the inverse instrument. So anywhere this template is applied, if you're trading, for example, ES, it's going to do MES. If you're trading NASDAQ, it's going to do MNQ, and so on and so forth. Also, you can convert order fills to market orders. So for example, if you do not want to place your stop and limit orders, but you only want to trade when orders are actually filled, if you turn this option on, it will ignore any limit or stop orders being placed, and it will just convert order fills into market orders. So whenever your stop orders are fully filled or whenever your limit orders are fully filled, they will be turned into market orders. This is essentially a safety check for people that use, for example, scalping, that they're in very fast and some orders don't have time to process. They might prefer to use this feature. Okay, that's it for the copy template. Now let's trade a instrument template. So with the instruments template, it's exactly the same as it used to be, where you can set a name. So our first instrument, instrument template, and we'll just leave the description. This is the main instrument template. So with the instrument template is exactly the same as before. So let's get to it then. You select your instruments that you want to trade. So for example, I want ES, crude oil, RTY, and YM, and NASDAQ. We move all these over. So once you've moved all these over, you can see that you have a copy method template that you can attach. So to attach a copy method template, you can either attach the default template or the test copy template that we just created. You can also attach to the entire instruments template. You can also attach this template, the copy method template as well. So if you want all these instruments to, let's just do a default copy, then they can all do a default copy. But for example, if you want the ES to trade an inverse, we just select the template of the test copy. So when this is applied to an account or a group, all these four will just be doing a straight copy. So the CL, RTY, YM, and NASDAQ will be doing just a default one-to-one copy, while when you're trading the ES, it's going to be using the settings inside of the test copy. So you'd be at 200%, you'd be rounding up, mapping to the inverse instrument, so you'd be trading MES instead of ES. You'd be inversing the order direction, and you'd be converting orders to market orders. So this is how the templating works for assigning the instruments template. Now, let's assign the templates to be able to trade. So we go to the settings tab, and you can see we've got the global template location. This copy method template is set to default. So anything else that does not have a template assigned, so like this, for example, if we unassign a template, if it doesn't have a template assigned, it says using global copy template. And then this one says using instrument copy template. So since this is using the instrument copy template, we go to the instrument copy template. We see that the instrument copy template is using the global copy template, and the global copy template is this one, which is default. So essentially, we do not need to set a specific template here unless it's different than the global copy template. Then inside of the instruments template, this one, if this isn't being set, we use the global copy template, meaning that we attach to all instruments this template if nothing is selected inside of your instruments template. So let's just select the instrument template. Right, so this will be the global instrument template. So if you want to trade just these 5 and just in this configuration for all account groups and all accounts, all you need to do is go to the global instruments template and select it. And that's it. Now, if you want to get even more granular than this, and let's just create a instruments template, and we'll call this group instruments. All right. So this is going to be the group instruments template. So let's just say in group A, we just want to trade the ES and the crude oil, right? And let's create a new copy method template, and we'll call this inverse instrument. So what this is going to do is essentially just map it to the inverse instrument. Let's just do a percentage because we want to live large and we want to trade 5 MES for 1 contract in the major instrument, for example. So now we go back to the group templates and we select the inverse instrument template. So now we've assigned the inverse instrument template to the assigned instruments, and then we can go to the account groups. So for this entire group, we want to trade the group instruments template. What happens here? So if you select a template inside of your group instruments template, then it will be using this template instead of whatever is in the global, right? So everything in the global gets skipped, except it's using this template. You can go even more granular than that, and you can create different account templates, and you can assign those templates to specific accounts inside of your trading group. So for example, if I want for this account, SIM105, so the group template is the inverse instrument. But for SIM105, for example, I don't want to trade the inverse instrument. I want to do a default copy. I want to trade everything on a 1-to-1 in SIM105. While for SIM11, 111 and 107, I want to be able to trade the account groups instrument template. So I assign the default, and then these ones are using the group template, which is this one right here. So that's how the templating system works. It can be very simple and you can get as granular as you want, but it gets a little bit more complicated. Thanks so much for listening to me, and I'll see you guys in the next videos. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.